Hi guys, it's me, Noah Rangel, and I have an Instagram horror story to tell you. One day I was on my Instagram, and I'm 24 years old. I used to love getting likes on my posts, and one time this good-looking girl requested me, and she said if she could follow, and once I saw her, I looked at her Instagram. And I straight up followed her. She DM'd me at least 5 seconds later when I followed her. She said, "Hey." And 1 second later, I said, "Hi." And I didn't really think of how much dangerous this was according to the story. But her posts were pictures of her and houses. And when at least a day later, I talked to her. We went for a long conversation. I talked to her. She talked to me. We both left. And we had to meet up. I was in my head. I was like, we have to meet up, because we had so much in common. So what I said, "Hey, you want to meet up at this bar?" And she definitely said yes. But a day later, I looked on her Instagram. It was a picture of my house and me sleeping. And usually I leave the windows open, so I didn't really be shocked of how she got into my room. How she took a picture from when I usually leave my windows open. And I was shocked. I was terrified. So the next night, the day before, I took a date. I DM'd her. I said, "That's funny." And then she said, "Yup." And she said, "Look outside your window." And I didn't dare to look outside, because what she did, she DM'd me with a knife holding against her house. She was in front of my house, and she had a knife in the camera, and she put it right there, right next to my house. And it shocked me, and I looked outside my window, and it was this man. It wasn't a woman, it was this man. About 6 foot, 6'11". And I looked outside the window, and I was shocked. I went to my parents' room. I told them all about it. And then my dad, being bigger than the man, came out and yelled he was cussing his head off. And then that's when I saw the man. Now, we were armed. We both had knives, kitchen knives, and bats that I had from baseball, and I had a basketball, so I threw that at the bush. And the man that I saw, he had though in horror stories they have those kitchen knives, those big kitchen knives in the old-fashioned movies. Actually, still in these movies, that's what he had. And when I saw that, my dad, way bigger than the man, wasn't scared, but I got scared and ran into the house and watched. My dad we already called the police. I think he didn't know. And as the police arrived, my dad was already bullying him, already hitting him with the bat. But he defended himself, and he ran away. My dad's still cussing his head off. He's saying, "Get the F on my property, So as I came out acting all tough after I just ran away, I pressed charges, but when I looked out of my shoulder, I saw him standing right there with his knife, and he was licking it. And he looked out we had a little kind of a forest where we were living, and at the tree line, I could see him waving his finger, when you're like, "No, no, no." You guys probably seen that. He was going like that to me, and with his knife, he was licking his knife, and he said, "No, no, no." But waving his finger. And when I saw that, it still paralyzed me to this day, and I always close my window now on. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and bye.